Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday, and I'm starting a new vlog today. It's 10:30. I just got to Wegmans. I went to Trader Joe's. I actually only need, like 4 things from Wegmans. So that's good. Yeah, we had, let's see, little update. We had a baby appointment this morning at 9. Baby is doing well. Its heart rate was 144, strong heart rate. And the only thing she said is it's head down, but it's floating around in my pelvis, which basically means it is not engaged at all. So she said it's not to worry though, because we still have time. I will say it's interesting, like a part of me that makes me feel better because I'm like afraid of birth, but the other part of me like wants to be done being pregnant. So I'm like, Anyway, very quick appointment. Literally just the heart rate, and she was in the room for less than 5 minutes. Most of these appointments will be like this unless I have like questions, and I don't have a ton of questions because I have a doula and I kind of just listen to my doula. Not that they're like, the OBs are great. It's just when it comes to like preparing for labor and like what to do for labor pains and stuff, I'm gonna listen to my doula on that one. But so yeah, I just like don't have a ton of questions to ask. I don't know what is going on with my hair. This like piece does not want to stay down today. I don't normally go to the grocery store today, but I decided to like book myself a bunch of things this week because I was reading a post that like in your 36th and 37th week, you should try to get like anything done for you. Tomorrow, like literally back to back, because they're all next to each other, which is only like 5 minutes from here. Which is why I normally would go grocery shopping, but I just didn't want to do groceries and these 3 appointments. But I'm getting my eyebrows waxed at 11. I have chiropractor appointment at 11:30, and then I have acupuncture appointment at noon. And I'm getting my hair cut on Thursday. I decided, I guess it's not too bad, but it just needs like a trim. And if I'm not going to get my hair done again for the foreseeable future, I'm definitely not getting it dyed. It's just like not in the budget right now. I'm also thinking about like letting it grow out so it gets a little bit darker and I get rid of some of the blonde. Not sure yet. I'm just going to like a random salon I found in Wake Forest versus the salon I go to downtown because it's just like way easier to get to. And my girl's booked out for like months. And she specializes in color. Like she does haircuts, but it's not like her specialty. I want to get my nails done again at some point too. Then again, if baby's not even slightly engaged, I don't need to be rushing to do my nails because it's most likely not going to come this week. But anyway, I'm going to run into Wegmans, get the few things I need, and get home. I need to edit tomorrow's video today. Just like household admin stuff. It's weird not working because I don't have like a ton of stuff on my plate, but I still am finding things to do, you know? So I'm gonna go in and get my stuff. Okay, I'm home. It is 11:29. I'm exhausted. This is what I mean. Like some days I had like a lot of energy this morning and I have like 0 now. I'll show you a quick grocery haul here. I spent $90 at Trader Joe's and then $27 at Wegmans. Okay, only got a couple things at Wegmans. So I got 2 things of pasta for buffalo cauliflower pasta that I'm gonna make this week. I just got some more like easy to make organic potatoes. I really like mashed potatoes, and sometimes it's just nice to have something like that. Decaf coffee. This is why it was so expensive. It was like $13 for this. But I meant to order decaf coffee on Thrive the other day and I forgot. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. And these for dinner one night. 6 things was $30, $27. The rest is from Trader Joe's. So I got some more of these, some diced green chilies. For lunch, I'm making a bell pepper soup. For dinner, I'm making buffalo cauliflower pasta, a West African sweet potato stew that I make all the time. That's what these are for. We just have some chicken meatballs that we're gonna have with sweet potatoes as well. So that's kind of the plan this week. I don't know that I bought enough food for lunches and dinners, but we'll see. So I got some more of my favorite gluten-free pasta from Trader Joe's. Bought some more of these barbell things I've been liking. I got another one of our barbecue sauce just because I haven't seen it in a while, and sometimes our Trader Joe's runs out of stuff for like months. Got some more green dragon sauce for Ben. The cauliflower, did I already show you this? I don't know, but it's for the cauliflower pasta I'm making. Corn, we like corn, so I like having that on hand. I got myself some raspberries, even though quite honestly fruit right now is just not good for some reason. I got some baby spinach, although this doesn't look super great, so it's kind of annoying. Some beans for the soup I'm making. I don't know why it's not focusing. Tomato sauce is for one of the recipes as well. For as expensive as this camera is, it does not like to focus very well. Anyway, got that. Organic ground turkey for the soup. So we've gotten their pasture raised eggs before, but they didn't have organic ones, and they had organic this time. So excited about that. We've been going through eggs a lot, so I just got 2. Bell peppers are for the soup that I'm gonna make. I got 2 things of these Murasaki sweet potatoes. We have really been liking these, and if I have extra, we can just make some and have them for lunches. I got Ben some pears and some apples. We were out of onions, so I got those. I got a couple bananas, even though we've been like terrible at eating bananas, and then some lemons. So that's kind of the quick grocery haul. I'm gonna put all this stuff away, and then I need to put, these baby clothes will need to be washed, and then my like silverette nipple cover cup things that I bought, I need to put those in my hospital bag. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I think I might start editing a video just because I'm tired and I don't know how much more energy I'm gonna have. So if I can finish editing tomorrow's video, which I did start yesterday, so it shouldn't take me too long, rest this afternoon if I need to, because I'm feeling pretty tired. Here we go. Good morning, friends. It is the next day. It is, so what day does that make it? Wednesday. I literally have 3 appointments between this building and the building that I'm looking at in front of me right now, but they're all spread out really weirdly. I tried to spread them out like perfectly, and then they got changed. So I have an appointment here in 5 minutes to get my eyebrows waxed because I haven't had them waxed, I'm pretty sure, since before I was pregnant. So probably like January or February. So appointment's at 10:45, which means I need to go up there. And then my chiropractor appointment isn't till 11:30. And then in the same building as my chiropractor, I'm seeing my acupuncturist, who I have not seen since first trimester. He can do acupuncture that just helps like get your body prepared for labor, starting at 36 weeks. And I'm 38 weeks today. Maybe we'll do some labor induction acupuncture if I haven't gone. I'm hoping that I go early, but my mom went in her 38th week with me, and I think her 39th week with my sister. Okay, as expected, I'm very early. Currently 20 minutes early, but that's because I just drove around for 10 minutes. So I got my eyebrows waxed. They're all red, if you can't see. I will say the place I got my bikini wax at is different than here. I've been here once to get my eyebrows waxed. The only reason I came back is because they were so close to this building. The like esthetician is like fake nice, you know, like she isn't actually nice. She's not mean by any means, but she's just like not nice. Very face value. And I get it. I just was in for like a 10-minute eyebrow wax, so she's not there to like make friends. I'm trying to decide if I want to grab lunch somewhere. I'm like in an area where there's a lot of fast food, but nothing that I really love. I have been making our grocery list and everything like that, but I just like, lunch is hard for me because food just doesn't taste good, so I don't really want anything. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm like starving afterwards, I might just have to get something. Same spot, different time frame. It's 12:51. I'm done with all my appointments. This will be a short clip because it's pouring rain. I'm just sitting here for a few minutes because I don't feel great. Chiropractor felt good for the most part. I will say it always freaks me out. It's like moving me around and stuff. I'm like, are you cracking the baby? But acupuncture did not feel great. It kind of hurt the way that he had me laying, at least. I don't know. And I feel like everything she just did in chiropractic now hurts again. Like my low back, my knee like really hurt during it. I don't know. It's like pouring, which you can probably hear and see. So I don't really want to drive when it's like this. I also can't sit here all day. I'm gonna sit here for a couple more minutes and just see if I can get like my back to relax a little bit. I'm officially home. It's 1:45. I actually ordered a wrap that I really like from this place called Sip that's in Rollsville. That's closer to our house because it was like pouring downtown, or like where I was, and I had no interest in like driving around over there. Got that. I like inhaled half of it. But my mom actually sent me a package. It's like this cute like long turtleneck softie, it's called. It is so soft. So I'm very excited about this. But I don't really have like a ton of other stuff to do today, so I think I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit and see how I feel. My back still kind of hurts from the way I was laying in acupuncture. I always get afraid after chiropractic and acupuncture or whatever that I'm gonna like mess something up with the baby, so I just want to make sure it's still moving normally and stuff like that. One thing for sure though, I'm gonna have one of these cookies. Hey everyone, I got my hair cut just now. I think it's longer than I think it is. Currently it feels very short to me, much shorter than I had wanted, but now that I think the curls are just really big, so once it like relaxes it won't be as short. Okay friends, I'm back, but it's multiple hours later and the lighting is terrible because I'm sitting next to this lamp. It's now 4:10. When I went to like move the camera in the last clip, I stopped recording. Now the problem is I spent that entire ride home continuing to talk to the camera. By the time I realized that I hadn't recorded more than like a minute, I had driven for 7. I was like, not interested. So if you can tell in the video, I'm like slightly neurotic. I got a little overstimulated at the hair salon. The lady was like 25 minutes late, and it's not like, I'm not mad about it. She just was running late with her previous appointment, and I should have been more prepared with food than I was. Yeah, I got out of that appointment. I like had to pull out of this parking lot, and this car like came out of nowhere. Didn't hit me or anything, but it was still like enough that it kind of frazzled me that I didn't see them. I got out and I like wasn't sure I liked my hair, and my hair is like the only thing, to be completely honest, the only thing on my body that I do like. And I've struggled with like body image issues for years with weight gain. We've talked about this before, and pregnancy has definitely upped the weight gain anxiety. Sitting in front of a mirror the whole time where I can see my huge swollen ankles, my big belly, even though it's supposed to be there, I understand. It still like doesn't feel good. And like when I looked at my hair, she did the cut like for a middle part, and I'll like flip my hair like that just for more volume. And just the way that it looked, for some reason, I felt like it added weight to my face, which I think is why I kind of freaked out, like internally. I didn't freak out at her. She did a great job. So then I went to Chick-fil-A, got food, and then I started driving home and was talking to you guys, lost that clip. And then I got home, I was so hungry, and I had like pushed myself longer than I should have. So I was eating quickly, and then Ben and I were talking about something, and we were supposed to get like kind of like a large lump sum of money that we were going to use toward debt found out that it wasn't as large as we thought, which is fine. We weren't sure that we were actually going to get this, and was still grateful to get like anything that will help with our debt at some point. And I just was like overstimulated. Like I couldn't get my body to relax with that. That's why I never refilmed the clip, because I was just like in not a great place. So thankfully Ben understands, and you know, he was on his lunch break, so we did some like stretching, some of like my pelvic stretching, even though I'm really sore today. So I don't know if the chiropractor or acupuncturist did something differently. Usually after I leave the chiropractor, I feel better, and I feel worse today. Like my hips and my pelvis really, really hurt. So I don't know if like baby dropped. Doesn't seem like it though, or what. I have no idea. I felt a lot better after that, and by the time Ben went up to his office, I was like pretty sleepy. I feel much better now, is the long story short, even though it's still a long story. So I'm eating a couple raspberries. We're gonna have chicken meatballs and sweet potatoes for dinner. It's interesting like what gets my body all riled up now versus later. I'm also like, my hands aren't swollen right now. That's crazy. My hands have been swollen for weeks. So I'm like, this one's a little swollen. See the difference? You probably can't, but I can. Hey friends, not gonna lie, it's been a couple days since I've talked to you here. Still getting used to my hair. It's like, so here's the thing with my hair. The longer it is, the like less poofy it is, and I prefer that. I know there's like tons of women out there who have really thin hair who would probably fight me on this and would like love to have tons of body, but for me, I don't love it, especially if I'm being completely honest. When I weigh a little bit more, I just feel like it accentuates my face more than I would like it to. Yeah, so I just curled it this morning and then like straightened the ends. It'll kind of fall out a little bit. We'll go from there. It's Monday now and it's noon. I think the last time I talked to you guys was Thursday. So Friday, I got my nails done. I got this like red color, much more me. There's like some weird specks in it, which I don't know if you can see, which I wasn't anticipating. Neither was the nail tech. At that point, I like wasn't gonna have her redo them because it was the end of the appointment. I need to make myself some lunch right now because I'm a little bit hungry. I don't really have anything going on today. Basically, I'm just sitting here waiting for baby to come. I mean, I'm 38 weeks, 5 days. So I'll be 39 weeks on Wednesday. When you see this video, it'll be Wednesday, so I'll be exactly a week out from my due date. I had like a night over the weekend too where I was like just bawling to Ben about being scared of labor and like what's gonna happen and not knowing when it's gonna happen and not knowing, you know, you can prepare yourself as much as you want, but I feel like particularly as a full-time mom, you just like have, or full-time, first-time mom, you have no way of knowing what anything is gonna feel like, look like, be like, anything. So it's just a lot. It's been a lot. I still don't want to get any cervical checks until next week, just because I don't think it's necessary for them to tell me. I mean, you could be 4 centimeters dilated for like 4 weeks, you know? It doesn't really mean anything. And I don't know if we're gonna ask about induction this time or next time. My goal, if I have to be induced, would be to make it to 41 weeks, which would be the 28th, like the 27th, 28th. I really don't want to be induced before that, which probably won't happen anyway because of Christmas. I don't really want to be induced much later than that either. Ben is still kind of, he really doesn't want me to be induced at all. I don't want to be induced either, but at the same time, I don't, like, the thought of being pregnant for 3 to 4 more weeks is just like terrible to me. I did make soup for lunches this week, but I think I'm actually gonna eat the rest of these like 4 chicken meatballs, and then I have like leftover mashed potatoes and gravy. It's officially a few hours later since the last time I talked to you. I've just been on the couch. Ben and I have a doctor meet and greet tonight with a pediatrician office, I don't even know what to expect because Ben called the pediatricians. So one thing they don't like tell you is that you have to have like, well, I guess they do tell you, but you don't like think about, at least I didn't, is you have to have like a pediatrician in order to leave the hospital. You have to have someone that you can like write down, because you have to see a pediatrician like within a few days of giving birth, which is mind-boggling to me. I understand that it's like important, but I also think that it's kind of ridiculous. We've contacted 2 pediatric places here, I guess. One of them basically just said like, after you give birth, call us and we'll set up an appointment. And we were like, okay. And this one, you have to sit through this like meet and greet, they call it, they do them every Monday. So I don't know what that's going to entail. It's the big reason I haven't been filming a ton, because I've been just chilling. There's not really much for me to do unless I'm running errands. It's like good and bad because I'm bored. So it gives me more time to think about birth and the fact that it hasn't happened yet, and how that's both exciting and scary at the same time. I feel badly because I want to vlog and do stuff up until I give birth and like figure that stuff out, but I don't have anything to show you guys because I'm not doing anything. And yeah, so if there's anything you want me to talk about or show you, please let me know. Like, I get up in the morning, I get ready, I'll do like a couple of admin things, like check my budget, that kind of stuff, anything little that I need to do on my computer, and then I literally sit down here all day unless I have appointments. I feel like we're just at the point right now where like everything is like mostly done and there's really nothing we can do. We have a person on standby to watch the dogs. We'll be having a conversation with our doctor in the next week or 2 about like induction if the baby doesn't come, although I'm really hoping it comes like on its own. We have like the pediatrician sort of figured out, at least. My thought is like, if we don't like the pediatrician, then we'll switch pediatricians at the time. We're just like trying to figure things out. I don't know if I've told you guys, so only the people that stay till the end of the vlog will hear this, but we're thinking about moving next year, and I think I've like alluded to this. Pretty sure we're going to be moving next year, and with that comes a much higher rent bill than we have been prepared, or that we have been paying here in Raleigh, in this house at least. We don't know like logistics about exactly where we're moving, how much we can spend, all of that kind of stuff, but I feel like that's been on my mind a lot because I have a lot of extra time. So I've been like looking at places, even though we're not moving for at least 4 months, 5 months, most likely 6 months. Like, it probably won't be until like April or May of next year. And when I have more information, we'll definitely talk about it. But right now we're just like trying to get through baby and then figure that out. It's just confusing. It's a little stressful to like think about that, and like budgetarily how we're gonna do that. And then also just thinking about like how people are gonna visit us after baby is born. Since we live, you know, multiple states away from anyone we know. Like, my best friend lives in California, like Southern California. She's literally across the country from me. My sister, my mom, and my dad all live in northern Wisconsin. Ben's mom, dad, sister, brother, sister-in-law. Well, but I guess they're all my sister. My Ben's brother's wife all live in like Chicagoland / southern Wisconsin. Yeah, and then like the rest of the family. But those people in particular, I obviously want them to meet baby in its first few days of life. Or maybe not days, but like I would, you know, I don't want them to like not meet it for 6 months personally. That's my preference. So just like figuring that out, with also like, we don't know when baby's coming. Baby's due around the holidays, like Christmas, so it's expensive to fly. My mom won't fly, so she's gonna have to drive out here, which is like a 2-day drive. There's just a lot of stuff that it's not necessarily for us to figure out, but it's just like a lot of stuff is gonna be happening in the next, like the rest of this month and in January. It's hard, like our families can't all come at the same time. Like Ben's mom and sister both work at a family business in Chicago, so they both can't leave. Ben's dad is starting a new job, I believe, in early January, so I don't know how he'll be able to come out unless he comes on a weekend or whatever. And then there's my family who I know wants to come as soon as possible, but like they all can't come at the same time either. So like we have like horses and dogs and cats and all that stuff. So like both my parents can't be gone at the same time. My mom won't fly. So it's like, okay, my mom will have to come out with my sister driving. And then like my dad will have to come out at some point and he would fly. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I feel like even though I'm just like sitting here by myself, I'm like thinking through all these things, even though like I'm not the one figuring that out. And then two, like we weren't sure we wanted people here right away, but then like maybe we do want people here right away. Do we want people helping? I don't particularly want anybody staying here just because like we don't have a super big house and I have no interest whatsoever in hosting anyone with a newborn, which my family, both of our families are like totally on board with. I don't know. I'm just in that stage of pregnancy where I'm like thinking about all the things that like really don't matter. They don't need to be thought about. Am I gonna stand up one day and like my water's gonna break, or am I gonna have to be induced? People like mean well, but one thing I've learned in this pregnancy, I've learned a lot in this pregnancy, but one thing I've learned is like, don't say stuff to the pregnant person at the end about like, when's baby coming? Like, why isn't baby there yet? I have had multiple people be like, tell people or tell baby to come out now, or like, what the heck, Jessie, why haven't you given birth? And they mean it well, like they're trying to be nice or funny, and I'm just sitting here like, please stop this. Please stop saying this to me. A baby is interesting. It's mine, obviously, and it's Benjamin's, obviously, but currently it's only mine. Because I mean, it's also Benjamin's, but like I'm holding it, you know, it's in me. When people start saying things like, oh, can't wait to meet my baby, or like, you know, all of this stuff, I'm like, I'm noticing that I'm being irritated by that kind of stuff. Whereas normally I wouldn't be irritated by that kind of stuff. So I'm just having to like kind of check my hormones, make sure I don't accidentally snap at somebody that doesn't need to be snapped at. Again, I know that everybody means it well throughout all of pregnancy, but a lot of people don't think about how the mom is feeling and like maybe how stressed I am about the fact that it hasn't come yet, or the fact that like my pubic bone feels like it's breaking every 2 seconds. I feel like nobody is actually asking about me, or like, how are you doing? Are you ready for baby to come? Blah, 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 blah. It's like a lot of times it comes from a selfish place. And even though people don't mean it in like an unkind, selfish place, it's coming from a selfish place of like, they're excited to also meet baby. And I want them to be excited, and I'm excited that they're excited, but it's still selfish intent, meaning like, they want to know as soon as baby is coming. They want to be able to share it. They want to be able to be excited. They want to be able to know if baby's a boy or girl, all these things. I've been that person before who's been like excited about that kind of stuff. But in the end, like nobody is more uncomfortable or impatient or excited or nervous than I am. So to have like nobody checking in truly just on me, making sure I'm okay, and not also having the intent of wondering stuff about baby, is just hard. Like, I think my friend said this best the other day. She's like, having a baby is like the most selfless thing that you can do. And it really is. And I don't mean that in like, I'm a saint way, but it really is. Like, this thing is, which I love, it's a great thing, but this thing is like living off of me, and it's changed my whole life. It's been, you know, with me since earlier this year. I've been this whole year I've been pregnant. My body isn't my own, my brain isn't my own, my hormones aren't my own, my everything isn't mine anymore, and it never really will be again. But it's like this huge transition. It's just a lot at the end. I'm just noticing myself being really sensitive to the things that people are saying, and trying not to be. Like, I'm not, you know, bouncing back at these people and being like, fuck off, you know. But I am being like, okay, I'm noticing that that makes me feel badly, or that makes me feel like someone doesn't care about me, or that makes me feel angry even though it doesn't need to. I'm just like ready to have some of my own space back, you know. This was a really long chat, so we'll see how much I actually keep in, but I hope that you also, my fingers are totally asleep because I have carpal tunnel in both my hands from the baby. But yeah, I really appreciate all of you that have stuck around. I know that the vlogs have been just a little bit less active and more chatty lately and very baby focused, but that's entirely what my focus is right now. So I really appreciate all of you that have stuck around for that or have joined the channel since finding out that I'm pregnant. I am excited to share like this next stage of being like a first-time mom that has no idea what the heck and bob she's doing. But yeah, I'm just in that last bit of pregnancy where it's like, I don't know, period. End of sentence. I don't know anything right now. But thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate all of you for listening to me chat and blab about this pregnancy as I sit in my little pregnancy hole over here by myself. You have all been great and spectacular for me during this like very lonely pregnancy where I've felt very alone and by myself. Those of you that have watched my videos, liked my videos, commented, reached out to me on Instagram, I really appreciate you. I think more or less, like, I don't even think you can know how much I appreciate it because it's helped me feel less alone during all of this, and I really appreciate that because it has been a lonely journey. It's been a good one, and I'm grateful for the journey that it's been, but it has been lonely, so I really do appreciate that. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. We're gonna start it tomorrow, and it'll come out, my next vlog will most likely come out on my due date. So we'll see if by then there's a baby or not. We shall see. Thanks for watching. Bye.